we need is love, dreams, and stray kids.
What's going on, guys? It's Khan
and Cam,
and today we're gonna be talking about the group Stray Kids.
Woo.
Stray Kids is an 8-member group formed by JYP Entertainment. Stray Kids was started on the survival show called Stray Kids Show, and 8 members were chose to the second round. Technically 9, but Woojin left due to health reasons. The 8 members include Bangchan, who is the leader, producer, vocalist, dancer, and rapper of the group. He was born in South Korea when he moved to Sydney, Australia when he was very young, and he speaks English, Korean, Japanese, and a little bit of Chinese. And then there's Lino. Lino is the vocalist and rapper of the group. He has 3 cats named Suni, Doongi, and Dory. He's the only child, and he was born in Gimto, South Korea. Next is Changbin. He's the vocalist and producer of the group. He has an older sister, and he was born in Yeongjin, South Korea. And then there's Hyujin. He's a rapper, vocalist, and visual of the group. He was born in Seoul, South Korea, and he's the only child, and he can speak basic English. And then there's Han. Han is the vocalist and producer of the group, and he was born in Incheon, South Korea. And then he has 1 older brother. And then there's Felix. Felix is the dancer, rapper, and vocalist of the group. His parents were Korean, but he was born in Seven Hills on a suburb of Sydney, Australia. He has an older sister and a younger sister. Sugmin is the vocalist of the group, and he was born in Seoul, South Korea. He has 1 older sister. He graduated from Changdam High School. And then lastly, Ian. He is the vocalist of the group and the youngest. He was born in Busan, South Korea. He has an older brother and a younger brother who is 12 years old.
How did you get into Stray Kids?
Oh, how I got into Stray Kids? I would say from Case 143. I've been into K-pop for a while, but Stray Kids were like the first thing that actually got me into K-pop, because I would listen to K-pop songs, but like at the time, like none of them really interested me, and I kind of thought like it was a common misconception for like people that were into K-pop. Like at the start, I believed that like all K-pop idols were like from like entitled backgrounds, because like every single time I would see a group or like do research from them, they were like from a rich family, or like they had like a lot of awards, or like they've been in this for like a long time, and like it was just handed to them. It's what I believe, but like until I found Stray Kids, I found out that it isn't true. How did you get into Stray Kids?
So for me, I started listening to K-pop in like 2019 roughly, and I actually literally only listened to BTS at the time. But after like a good 3-year break of not listening to K-pop, Stray Kids is actually what got me back into it, which is kind of ironic because it's a Korean group, and the song that got me back into K-pop was actually a Japanese song by them named Circus. But like at the time, Stray Kids was the only K-pop group that I really listened to. I didn't really have any interest in listening to any other groups. I was very limited to just the one, as like I was just trying to be a big supporter of that group alone. And like I wouldn't say I was new to K-pop, because I mean I listened to K-pop before many years ago, but in a way I was new to K-pop because I didn't know a whole lot of like K-pop terms or like what it meant to really stan a group. And I'd say after a while I started listening to other groups, but Stray Kids has always been one of my top. What is your favorite solo song from the Stray Kids Hop album?
I'd have to say Unfair or Ultra. I know like most of the members played on their strengths with the solo albums, but I feel like Changbin pushed himself on Ultra, and like he like stepped out of his comfort zone. With Unfair, I feel like Felix was talking more about his love life, and like he got really deep into it, and then he has no love life.
So what albums do you have from Stray Kids?
Right now at the moment I only have 1, but I did buy a digital album, which I don't really know why I did, because I could have just like got it on Spotify or YouTube Music for free. But it's good to have when I'm supporting the group. At the moment, the only Stray Kids album I have is Rockstar. I bought it for the photo cards, I'm gonna be honest. But at the time, I had no aux cord, so I wanted the CD as well. So then I could play Stray Kids in my car. And also I chose it because I felt like it was better than, I think it was the 5-star album before, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, the songs at the time were better than 5-star, but I would have bought 5-star right now if I still had the chance instead of Rockstar.
So I actually have 3 albums. I have the Rockstar album, the Hop album, and I just recently, like a week ago, bought the new-ish Do It album. I also bought them to collect the photo cards because I want to grow my collection, but I also, like, I just like collecting the CDs in general because each K-pop album will like uniquely decorate their CD to match their theme. And so along with the album, I bought like a CD case, so flipping through it and seeing all the cool designs of all the CDs is cool. Also, you get posters, so your walls will never be boring.
I like Stray Kids CDs the most because I was looking at like Nixers and NCT, and they have like this plain like foldy blue or like clear, and then like they have like little spots on it, or it'll just be like basic text. And then like Stray Kids actually colored theirs, like color coded it, so it's like pink, black, has like all these like zigzags, thunderbolts, stars on it. And it'll just look way more aesthetic, I guess.
That's the cool thing with Stray Kids CDs, and I feel like I've seen other groups do it too, but not as often. But like with each album, there's different versions of the album, and each different version does their CD design differently to match that version. And I think that like the variety makes it really cool.
What I also like about Stray Kids is when they post an album, if you go to their main page, they have like games you can play with their album. So you can play the games while you're listening to the album. At the very end of the game, you can post your score. So like all the stays like to compete when the album first comes out. And then they have like different types of albums. And then like they'll like push out one album. Because you said there's like different types of albums. So like they might have like a black version or like a rock version or like a white version. And then like they'll post them at like all at different times, and each one will have like a different track, like an English version or like a remix.
I know that the very first album I bought was the Rockstar album, and I like that CD because it like the top of it is black, but it has like pink words and pink designs on it, which looks really cool. And I think those two colors go together pretty well. And I honestly, like, I kind of use CDs, not as much as I used to, but I do have my own personal CD player. And I would play the absolute crap out of that CD. I'm surprised it's honestly in such good condition still, given how much I've played it.
Another thing with the albums is, I only see Stray Kids do this with their photo albums. You're able to like, they have like a tear line, so you're able to like tear out images. But it's only with some of their albums. Because I remember like with the other albums, like my NCT or Nixers, they don't do that, but it's only in the Stray Kids one.
Interesting.
And then some of them are like fake signed, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about albums though, is you can get them signed and then they're worth like a lot of money.
And then another cool thing I saw with Stray Kids is like they have like this little deck that like told people about the album or like where to download it, and you can like hand it out to people, which was kind of cool. I think Nixers did it. I can't remember. They had like a Go something. I can't remember. But like, it's like this little deck, and then like they have the member in the back, and then it has like a little message, and then it has an album name at the bottom, which is like really cool. So as of recently, JYP stepped down from owner of the of JYP Entertainment to being the creative director. So I'm just kind of curious what you think that will entail for the group.
I don't know that it'll. Well, it might affect the group because I mean, he was the one that kind of like helped the group form and develop throughout the years. So it's definitely a big change for not just Stray Kids, but like all the groups under that company. But from what I've heard is he stepped down to creative director to be able to help the groups more directly, rather than just being like the owner of a company. So I think it will, in a way, it might be a little weird, but it might benefit them at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like the same. I feel like JYP stepping down to creative director, I feel like he's gonna focus more on like the group's concepts instead of like doing like basic concepts. They're gonna be like more creative than like the traditional scheme. With the new owner though, I feel like it's gonna be the opposite. I think he's more focused on profits other than like the groups itself. Because I saw with Divine, because the owner like just stepped down, like not stepped down, but like, yeah, I guess the new owner was coming like around the same time as Divine, and Divine used a lot of AI images and videos. Same with Nexi. I saw a lot of Nexi's videos were AI generated. So I feel like they're just trying to get like, they're just taking away from like the creativity and just getting more like people to like do it for cheaper. Because like if you saw on JYP's page, they're hiring a lot of AI people, or like people that can like get sound effects or like Shutterstock or like B-roll from online instead of like going out and actually shooting it or filming it.
That's all we have for today, folks.
It's Con
And Cam.
And remember, 1, 2,
step out. We are stays.
Crashing waves, but I'll never fall. Every day supernatural. Thrashing rain, I'ma bring the storm. This mustache walking on water.